Hi guys, and welcome back to the channel. Just a quickie, this one really. So we've had a few issues with the White Mini, with the Dizzy, and the spark's been going in and out and causing problems. So we're on the original. We were on the original Dizzy here, and so I think it's a 45D. And we're going over to a 65, so we're going actually over to a Dizzy off with electronic ignition. I've got a couple of these lying around in the workshop, so luckily we can mess around with them. So this is the one we're going over to. This section here this is what controls all the advance and the ignition curve as well. So the two springs, they're the ones that control the curve. This is out of an actual MG Metro Turbo, so we're going to go with that. That's got a maximum 10 degrees advance on it, and the springs we're going to basically pop in there at first, and then we'll get the timing light in there and just see how it performs.
So we had 11 degrees before, so
yeah. The other thing you'll probably notice is that there's, if you've ever tried to do this, is that they're different lengths. If I just put that there, so the one on top is the A series and the one below is A plus. So the way we've got around this is, it's a bit unorthodox, but we've basically taken the shaft out. You can see we've drilled a hole, a larger hole, 90 degrees to the original one and a bit lower, and then we've drilled out the end and we've tapped a 6mm, and we've got a button bolt set screw going in, and with a little collet there that we're going to modify that to bring that out, and then we're putting the original spacers back in.
Put chamfer down.
Yeah, we had to mess around with that one a bit, and so we're going to use the A series. I don't know what we'd call it really, where it goes into the drive onto the camshaft. The A series is a lot bigger. Sorry, no, the A plus is a lot bigger than the A series. So as I say, we've drilled that out on the new on the shaft on the A plus Dizzy, and popped an A series drive onto it. So yeah, so hopefully that will work. The only other thing is where it mounts onto the block. You'll see that they're different as well. So the A series has a clamp affair on there, which you literally do a nut up, and that basically clamps around the Dizzy, using friction to tighten up on it. And the A plus uses like a little bracket, and you just basically wind that one down onto the block, and that pinches the Dizzy down into the block nice and secure. So what we've done is we've opened that original A series clamp up to 40mm, and then that's going to pinch around, see where my thumb is, that area there. So you can see we've assembled it all now, so that's how it's looking now. So you can see we've put like a button head set screw in the bottom there with a collet on there. And then all that in there is standard. So we'll that's the this part here. My son's just brought over to me. So that's where the electronic
ignition module
ignition module goes on, basically plugs onto that and bolts on. And you can see all the workings in there. So we'll bolt this all together now and put it on the car and see if it starts. So there we go. We've now installed the electronic ignition Dizzy into the A series Mini. So yeah, it can be done, and you don't need a lot of tools to actually to do it. The little bracket there that we had to enlarge the hole. Hang on, let me get a better camera action, a better camera angle I should say. yeah, so you can see the bracket there where we enlarged that bracket to pinch the dizzy. That's worked really well. Yeah, that's really pinched that dizzy out without any issues at all. So that's worked well. My only concern is that we've drilled a new hole 90 degrees to the original one, and I guess there could be some weakness there. There's no real resistance up through the dizzy, so as long as we don't get any resistance there, then it should hold up. I can't see any reason why it shouldn't. Anyway, only time will tell. My son's been using this. He's done probably at least, I don't know, 200-300k in it without any issues at all, so it seems to be working okay. Does it start easier? Yes, it does start easier. Does it give any ignition problems? No, that's the thing. Now that we've moved over to this electronic ignition, we're not getting those issues that we were getting before. So we actually found the issue with the dizzy we had on there before, and it was points. And it wasn't that the points gap was wrong, it was the actual wire going to the point, and it had worked its way slightly loose, so it wasn't getting a very good contact in there. That's the second lot of points we put in there. So you kind of get a little bit fed up with changing condensers and points and these things. So I'm quite happy to move over to this electronic ignition. So right, I'd start the car. So as you can see, it fires straight into life. Actually revs quite smoothly like it did before. So in fact, I think it's smoother than it was. My son's actually said that it feels like there's a little bit more power there. So I think the next thing we need to do is we put it in with a timing light. Let's switch off a minute. Yeah, so we timed it in to where we had it before. In fact, we were a little bit more conservative as well, so we've retarded it just a couple of degrees to where we had it, just to be on the safe side. But I think what we need to do now is get the lambda sensor back in and have another go, well, just to check the tune, to make sure we've got the right fuel air mixture. I mean, it was okay before. I don't know whether I mentioned before, there was a slight rich spot around about 2,500. If we want to iron that out, we need to go again with a new needle, so we may well do that to get this car running just absolutely sweet all the way through the rev range. But everywhere else on the dyno it showed it was running good. So yeah, so anyway, I'll keep you updated, guys. If we get any issues with anything breaking in the dizzy, then I will post another video to say it wasn't a success. You know, there is issues to doing this, but to say to date, a few 100k. I know it's not very much, but it's usually if these things are going to break, they break quite soon. Yeah, we'll run it and we'll see how it goes. So anyway, thanks for watching, guys. Hope you got something from this video. See you in the next one. Cheers for now.